Alright, let's start this video by getting the big elephant out of the room, okay? Yes, I'm having tan line issues, okay? Look, if I don't wear my hat, the back of my head is it's starting to burn, see? And anybody who has ever had that sunburn before, you know that is the worst sunburn that you can possibly get because it's like direct exposure. Darn aging. Anywho, we got a fun video today, and it's actually over the course of a few days. We've had an eventful past few weeks. We did a ring recovery that made national news. It got on CNN. It started on Channel 2, but wow. And I've been all over the place in terms of places where I'm hunting. I've gone to the beach, gone to the park. You're going to see. This is like the last 4 or so days of my life. Let's go. Good morning, sunshines. We are off to the beach this morning. We're going to try the Deus at the beach for the first time ever. It's a Monday morning, 6 a.m. Beach is packed already. I see Jeff. I don't see any signs of Adele yet, though. Always an adventure with Adele. She went diva. She didn't make it that day. All right, let's see how many rings Jeff got. Ah, I saw a 15-inch coil. Huh?
Big Bertha's out today.
Big Bertha, nice.
Hello, everyone. Hello, all of you.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
How are you? Anything yet?
I found a little coin spill over there, but I was in the dry.
Gotcha.
Nothing in the wet so far.
Gotcha.
But there were so many people swimming yesterday in Long Beach that, I mean, the swimming here must have been epic, so I'm hoping.
Yep.
And then I'm going to hit the dry again, because that's where I found so far everything I found.
Now, you know, due to the nature of video search on YouTube, I should say that this video was filmed in the summer of 2020, which of course is the summer of COVID. And basically, nobody has been allowed into the water on New York City beaches. This is Long Island Beach, so there was a little bit of swimming, but they have cut the parking capacity in half. So we've mostly had drops in the dry. But all of a sudden, because it's down in New York, it's all systems go. I pushed the button a little early. Beep. You know, I'm not doing it yet, and I don't think this one is submersible.
Is that
but
the Deuce?
It's the Deuce. Yeah, I like saying Deuce too. Feel how light it is. It's
sorry about that.
That's all right.
See if I can break it on you.
No, don't worry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh my God.
lighter than the Nox. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
No wires.
That's what's so weird to me.
Yeah. The coil blinks. You'll see
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you charge the coil and charge this.
You have to charge both.
So light.
First observations, nice slope on the beach. I see other detectorists here. This sounds really nice. The beach mode should be pretty simple. I got it in wet beach mode. It also has a dry beach mode. So let go. Signal 1. Meh. Meh. Note to self, these pieces of modern art ring up at 65 on the Deus. M-E-H spells meh. We're still at the stage where we're getting used to sounds and numbers, so meh. All right, first quarter of the day. That sounds a lot like the bottle caps, man. Hey, New York quarter, look at that. See, Statue of Liberty. There you go. She needs a metal detector. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig pretty much everything. There's no detector on the market that is perfect at differentiating bottle caps, or especially rusty bottle caps, from good objects to dig. And I'm really going through the learning curve with the Deus. Another quarter. Coins never come up alone. And we got a penny and nickel. It's a quarter. Man, quarters aren't stopping. It's a quarter. It's a quarter. Stopping coin pollution, one coin at a time. Man, found a nice accumulation point. A patch. Zinking. Zinking. Yep, it's summertime. They're coming up in bunches now. The zinc 3. 2 more real pennies. It's a shield penny. All right, first major patch of the year. I've barely walked 10 feet. We are just covered with coins. This is great. And, you know, it doesn't have to be coins. I mean, it doesn't mean that the rest of the targets that are here are coins. You find a good patch, you could get rings, you could get jewelry. I'm excited. Shut up, Merrill, and dig. More Abe. Penny, look at this. Look what Jeff found. You could like fit the world in that. I mean,
Hold on.
Yeah. If you put that around Earth, it becomes Saturn.
It's way too big for me and Merrill's ears.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this was in the water. Jeff was saying that it's by the blanket, but look at the patina on it. Look at the discolorations.
Yeah,
I suppose dry sand can do that, but I think that had beach water in it at one point.
It wasn't this flat, and those trucks do move the sand around a lot.
Good point. Yeah, it could have been moved by the truck.
Yeah, that's true, because it was in this area not too far from the blanket, so I assume, but I didn't even think about the fact that no one really would wear a rusty earring.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, like, rusty earrings are actually so in right now?
No, inference. We
There
gotta...
you go.
So maybe back here is good. I was going down. I don't see many
I didn't find any
signals down there. I saw a few holes from other people, but that doesn't mean that they were good signals.
Interesting point. He found the other matching earring about 40 feet away in the wet.
Finally heard what a deep signal sounds like with this. Unfortunately, meh, 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 meh.
After 2020, why would anybody drink something with Corona on it?
This was a good 8 inches down. Who cares? Michelob Extra causes extra bottle caps. Meh. Yeah, so Jeff found a patch that's low. And
9s and 10s on these.
Yep, so these are gold signals.
The harbingers, as you would say.
Oh, he listens to my videos. He's awesome. Awesome. All right, so has been my experience since I've detected Jones Beach. There's like 8 detectorists on the beach. And the yield, you got to compare the yield versus the competition. And basically, it's... I'm not seeing it worth it right now. So I'm going to head to another field, hopefully before I have to pay for parking. All right, so here's what I saw. I saw limited signs of push-in. It could be that the other detectorists got the stuff on the beach already, but, and Jeff got those old items that clearly were in the water for a long time, but you see a lot of stuff with, with green on it, that's been in the water when you have true push-in events. And that's where you get the ring.
Let me repeat that point right there. If you see stuff that has been in the water for long periods of time and then boom, it's suddenly on the beach, those are the days that you want to stay extra long on the beach and really, really look hard. I was not seeing that. I was seeing fresh drops. I was seeing stuff that was dropped in the dry. Wasn't worth it.
Now, the stuff that I got, that could have been, they were swimming in the shallow water, or it just got pulled from their beach blanket, from the high tide line of the wet. And I'm just thinking that we have not had a major push-in event. So we'll see if I'm correct with that.
Jones Beach itself is a hoarder of items, and the days that it comes in, it comes in good, and you will see detectorists out like crazy. But 8 detectorists on a really dead beach? No thanks. Look elsewhere.
There's no Adele. What happened to Adele?
Even though it was highly illogical, I had to try another field. I was like my cat when I was a kid. I would let my cat out and it would be raining in the front door. The cat would come in and then walk to the back door and be like, oh my God, it's still raining.
Why can't we cover bottles with plastic? Like, really? Come on.
We do. Plastic bottles.
Dime. Quarter. Oh my God, it's a gummy bear that is camouflaged to the sand. Look at that. I want to eat that so bad, but, it's the summer of COVID. Sand is like fiber, right? Oh, walk away, Merrill. Got a good wet signal. It's in the gold range. Bummer. What I think is happening is it's all out there. And we have not had enough droppage because less people have been swimming, and there hasn't been a major event that has caused push-in, and the stuff that is pushed in, you have a surplus of detectorists pulling it up, which leaves us a dead beach. So I'm really struggling with bottle caps with this thing. The Knox, I could tell what's a bottle cap and what isn't. I can't get the sounds right on this. I just got another signal. Yep, lovely. Yeah, I'm officially frustrated, and I don't want to detect frustrated, so I'm gonna head home, do a little more research on beach detecting with the Deus, and yeah, I got to be able to figure out the difference between the bottle caps and coins, because that's it's ringing up the same thing.
I like the Deus, but I miss the Knox.
I suppose I can admit that I was a tad frustrated, especially on the second field in the beach yesterday, because of the struggle to differentiate bottle caps from coins. So I'm gonna go back to the park. I watched a few videos, however, not on the differentiation of bottle caps. I watched a few videos on the screen, the XY screen, and you know, the skill school one. So we're gonna see if we could apply that.
All right, let me be brief in my summary of this. 2020, weird year, like weird year. I started the year with the goal of getting 100 rings, and then it's like, all right, I can't do that. What goal should I go for? My goal was to fill this silver box. And I kind of made it up in my head that the sun would explode if I don't fill the silver box. And I rocked with that for a little bit, but then they opened the beaches again. But I still have to hit parks to get that original goal. So, and I'm learning a new detector too. Oh man, this is the most bizarre and confusing channel, but this is Fun Club. Let's go.
Goal today, unlock Haagen-Dazs, but with a coin. Penny right off the bat. Yunk. All right, here's a promising signal here. High 90s. And you see the horseshoe? Yeah, it's pretty high up. So gonna dig that. I'm using the 5G Max program. It's a quarter. It's another quarter. All right, from my early inference, here's a signal I love. 95. And look at how high up the horseshoe is.
All right, let me break it down for you. So you see this is called the horseshoe over here. If you see me refer to something as a horseshoe, this is what I mean. You want to ignore this side of the horseshoe. You want to pay attention to this side of the horseshoe. If I say something is far up the horseshoe, that means I'm seeing a little bit of black up in here. That means it's a deep target. If this is totally full, that means it's surface. Once I learned that, that was very helpful to know. Because if it's surface, I could go right down with my pinpointer and collect it. But anyway, what I was looking for is deep targets that repeated, and I would dig. And all of these other numbers, we got ground balance. I'm confused on this a little bit later in the video. This is mineralization I see.
Bummer. Remnants of a bottle cap. They're doing gardening right now, and you know, I'm in the right. This is a field that we can hunt, but again, you got to be smart. When you can avoid the conversation, it helps you in the future. So I'm gonna head to another field.
You know, it's funny how things work out. I checked my phone right after I left the field because the gardeners were there, and I saw that there was somebody that was missing a ring. My friend who's in ring finders, he called me and wanted to see if I could help. This story was covered in the news, and it was covered by CNN, so it became national news. This is the backstory behind it.
Oh man, you see, situations, I'm not going to call this an opportunity, situations present itself. There's a ring recovery that I'm going to attempt to do. A lady lost her ring trying to help her nephew yesterday, and you know, I want to reunite her with the ring. And so I'm off to the Rockaways right now, and we're gonna do our best to get that. Deus, it's up to you now. Pressure's on, XP Deuce. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. All right, calm down, Merrill. No, there's no need to calm down. Let's do this. It's time to get somebody their ring back. Let's do this, Deuce. Let's be real here for a second. So, if I find it, it's not the fault of the Deuce. If I don't find it, it is not the fault of the Deuce, okay? Really, we are going to the most challenging tidal area in New York. In that Rockaway, this is the beach that we're talking about people getting swept away. And if people get swept away, you better believe that the currents have the ability to pull the rings. So let's be fair to the machine. But I know that it was dropped yesterday at low tide, and we're gonna pull every object on that beach because I want to get that ring back. Let's go, Deuce! Bring it, Deuce! Bring it! All right, we are on the beach and we are digging everything. I'm still learning this detector, and you know, any beep that I get that repeats, bottle cap or not, we are digging. Nope. Yeah, strong tides at the Rockaways, they pull these from everybody. So there was one tide cycle since the drop, and the tides are coming in now, so I'm trying to get the area where you know, I'm not going to be able to get here when the tides come in. So I'm working the low, and I'm going to work my way back with the tides. I'm not seeing a lot of signals. Nickel. We do have old stuff washing up on the beach, which tells me there's more of a push-in event than a pull-out event.
I was struggling to narrate there, and that never happens. I don't shut up, if anything. Let me tell you this. When you meet the person and you know that they want their valuable back that means something to them, it's not about making a video. But what I was feeling doubly pressured by was I did not have my Ace detector. I don't mean Garrett Ace. I mean my Equinox. It was in the shop. And I was brand new with the Deus, and it's foreign. You know, it was not the detector that I am used to, and you want to have your best when you do situations like that. What do? I run back to my car. I get the Amphibio. We need more people on the beach.
All right, I really want to get this ring. So what I'm doing, I'm running back to my car, and the more people that are involved, the better. I just gave her a crash course on metal detecting. Yes, this is how I think. And I'm going back to my car to get my Amphibio. And I want to be able to get in the water. The Deus, it's not sealed right now. If you have it sealed, you should be good to get in the water. But I have the headphone jack that I'm using, so it's not water ready. So I told her, I gave her a crash course on the Deus, and I'm running back to my car to get the Amphibio. All right, Amphibio is here. Let's go. Listen, I'm not going to talk too much from this point on. I don't even know if I'm going to show what I found until the end. But, you know, because I want to find this, and I want to, every second counts with this. So let's give a thorough search. I'm going in the water. Yeah, update, I gave it my best shot. I went in the water, no ring. You know I don't quit easily, though. Heading back tonight.
We headed back that night, and I was smart enough to call the talent that was around me. And, you know, team, the Scavengers, we are officially the Scavengers now. We found it.
Ring in the ocean, never expecting to see it again.
But this story has a different ending for a Queens woman, thanks to hope and a group of treasure hunters. Here's CBS 2's Vanessa Murdoch.
Is this it? Yes.
We've been in the house for 2 months. Don't worry about it. Thank you very much.
Pure joy caught on camera as the Scavengers reunite Gina Bopp with her engagement ring. You see, Gina was enjoying time at Rockaway Beach with friends Monday.
Her son got caught in a wave, so I went to go grab him, and I felt my ring sliding off my finger.
She searched the surf and shore for 8 hours with no luck.
I went on Amazon and bought a fake one because I thought There's no way I'm going to get another one.
And she reached out to Merrill Kazanjian of Metal Detecting NYC. He helped her search Tuesday morning.
It was an opportunity to reconnect somebody with a moment in their lives.
Still no ring. So Merrill called in the Scavengers, his friends who all share a love for treasure hunting, asked them to come to Beach 122nd for ring recovery.
I was at work, but you know, these are the type of moments you want to help out.
Louis DeFeo was at work an hour away when he got the call. Tracy Bailing, one of the first to arrive on scene, tells us her metal detector was a Christmas present. Listen to this.
Here we are, 6 months later. I found a ring.
After 40 minutes of searching, it was Tracy who found the ring just feet from the water's edge. It was buried 1.5 feet deep.
That is by far the coolest thing I ever found.
They called Gina with the great news.
Got it! We got it! Come on down to the beach!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I feel like I have some good angels, and you guys now are them too. On Earth.
Gina adds, if you ever lose something, don't lose hope. You just have to reach out to the right people.
1, 2, 3, Scavengers!
From Rockaway Beach, Vanessa Murdoch, CBS 2 News.
Good to know those things actually work. I always wondered.
I always wondered too.
It worked really well right
I always
there.
thought it was just a hobby.
Right. Now we know.
Did they just say that they wondered if metal detectors worked? Come on, man. Watch some YouTube. Yes, they work. 2. There was question in my mind, although I'm thrilled with the outcome. If I had my knocks, would it have been easier? You know, we got the job done, and that's the thing. When you're on a team, you can lean on your teammates, but you also want to bring your best. And I didn't have my Equinox at the time. It was not able to work at the time. And there's the question in my head, if I had it, would I have gotten the ring?
Oh, I hope what I'm about to say is going to make me look like an idiot in that I find stuff, like really, really good stuff. But the Deus is on the clock.
I was missing the Equinox, and, you know, as you know, I'm experimenting as a songwriter, and, man, I wasn't going R&B here like Boys to Men, On Bended Knee, and all the other sappy stuff that they sing. No, we needed next level with that. I was once brought to Les Miserables. Les Miserables, I know, I call it Les Miserables. And, man, there was some really, really gut-wrenching music in that. I had to write a song to my knocks.
While I wait for you to come back to life, Minelab repairs you, circuitry not right, and the sun don't shine, and this heart of mine doesn't pinpoint right. I'd be out my mind, I'd be emo like 2005. Feel like Fallout Boy is on the mic, and I check the mail. It is Blue Clues like as I wait for your return. I feel glee for you, my Australian girl. I have found you rings, we have swung the world. All my side chicks, they make me feel unpure, and the VDI rings up so unsure. The mixed signals hurt me more than a bottle cap on the floor. It's like sodding on the moor where people lived before. Will you sing for me? Oh, metal mode. Want to hear your voice in 50 tones. I will never knock. I would feel alone, and my beach scoop cried out his soul. It's not me, same making holes. You are worth your weight in gold. Equinox heartbeat is cold. I pray for your return. If there's magic left, let it be thy grace. I am like a clock without a face. I am fully wound in time and space, with no equinox to separate. And I wait as gray covers thy place for you. For you, I wait.
My Equinox is going to be back very soon, and you know what? I've been struggling to find stuff. I've gone out and I have done some research. It's not as intuitive of a machine, I feel. But here's the thing. I know you're like, oh, Merrill, you're really not being thorough with your review, and, you know, you should give it longer. Well, here's the thing. I want you to see the video that I first started with the Equinox when Jonathan from the Detecting Zone lent me his. I completely get it. I think that your worldview, your previous experience with other detectors, it affects your judgment of what you get in the future. But the essential question that I'm trying to answer for myself and perhaps YouTube
is, why do you have your windshield wipers on?
Is there a better detector on the market than the Minelab Equinox? That is the essential question in my head. And if you think about it, I've got two barely used detectors that are very good. And what I mean is, I have the Amphibio and I have the Deus. You know, I could always sell that. If you think about it, it's pretty easy to sell a detector and break even, because, you know, I bought my Deus for, I think it was $1,050. And let's say that I sell it for $800 used, which I don't really see too many places like $800 used for something that's been used like 5 times. You know, it's, if I get that $250 in clad, well, there you go. I just paid for the detector. So, you know, I broke even with that means. But again, we are at my field right now, and I want to see if I could figure this out. I have been studying, and I've been watching Garden Solin videos. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But you know, he's got a whole line of stuff that, a whole line of videos that teach about the Deus. And I have been studying up. Let's see how we do after I studied. And the other thing I'm thinking also is, if I sell the Deus plus the Amphibio, because you could only swing so many detectors at a time, instead of letting them become, you know, paperweights, you know, let somebody else use them, you know, give them a good price, and maybe I'll get the CTX. I want to admit also, all of this is just speculation in my mind, and it's premature, and it's reckless to do this in a way. I'm not giving the detector a chance, but I'm sorry, now that I heard that my Equinox is coming back and I'm struggling through the learning curve, that's what I'm thinking. So that's all I wanted to throw out there. All right, we're going deep mode. Starting out with the key. So this is 91 to 96. Okay, well, there we go.
Haagen-Dazs has been unlocked.
She is on the board. We got a Merck 1945, it looks like, or 1941. Yet it wouldn't be 1945, 1941. Okay, we have added to the box. Hello, Philip the Box. I have a new offering for you. Go and be with your friends. All right, we are messing with some of the settings here. So we are going to...
I've been reading.
All right, I used the 5 tones on the Equinox. So we're gonna change the tones. Let's do 5 tones. And frequency 7.7. The guy in England used 17. So let's go down 11.3, 17.2. Okay, let's rock with that. 88, 89, let's dig. Cap of bottle. All right, we got another one in the 90s. Sounds good, let's dig. Well, that's pretty cool. It's like a door knocker. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock it off, Merrill. You don't want to sell this machine yet. It's too early. Knock it off. All right, chirpy little signal here. Meh. All right, a New York detector has to be able to differentiate this from, you know, the good stuff. And I'm not hearing the difference. So again, it's on me. I have to do the research, but I'm not able to naturally pick it up. Okay, so we're in deep mode, and look what I can do. I'm changing it from XY to the horseshoe. Oh, there we go. Look at that, deep mode with the horseshoe, which makes a lot more sense to me than that crazy screen. Well, coin spill that was really not that deep. Penny at 3 inches. Okay, this might be some of the legendary stuff. So this is 2 nails, and there's still a signal down here. So could it have seen through the nails? I've heard of this. This is why I got the Deus. Let's see what we could get. Okay, that was pretty good. I got a dime with another piece of a nail in there. So that's good. I also got this big piece of something. We are on the wheat. Meh, about 8 inches down. All right, full pinpointer down. Here we go. It's a cylinder. So this pinpointer is 8 inches, and we got a wheat cent about 8 inches down. Can't complain about that. All right, we're gonna call this a 50-50 signal after the Garden Salin channel. He's a good teacher. 50-50 signal. I'm not getting a read on it, but I'm getting a repeating tone. All right, still getting a read. It's down in the hole, saying 98.99. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's an Alanis Morissette signal. Isn't it ironic? Penny. Man, these things are important. They help pay off metal detecting expenses. Yeah, it's a quarter. I got a 96. That's down in the hole. Could that be silver? Not silver. Well, this is bizarre. Look at this. Hot rock. That's a quarter. Dime. All right, I'm starting to get the hang of this. This is what we're looking for. 95, 96. Top of the horseshoe. Oh my God, we got number 2. I don't know what it is though. Oh no, we don't. Oh crap. I turned it over. Oh, it's a penny. Oh God, that sucks. That was just peat, you know, peat moss, whatever the hell it's called. Look at that. That's what threw me off. Great job, Merrill. Penny. Meh. This is the weakness. But I could be the weakness too. Yep. Happened again. Alright, so I entered this hunt kind of like, okay, yeah, I miss my Equinox quite a bit. Yeah, and I still do. That's my #1 detector, and I still do not feel the same zen with this that I do with the Equinox. But I am leaving feeling like, okay, it deserves another shot because I'm able to predict things. If you're able to predict, you can make better inferences. And I mean, really, that's the only way to make inferences, if you could really predict the tool that you are using. And with the Equinox, it's seamless. I can pretty much say, all right, yeah, that's something I want to dig, or no, that's not something that I want to dig. And I think The other thing in my mind is how poor the performance was at the beach so far. And I want to give it another shot at that too, after doing some research.
But then my Equinox came back and I went on a rampage.
All right, all fired up, ready to go. It's a dime, I'm not gonna sneeze at it. You know, I need a big day with the clad after doing the numbers. You can see that on my last video, Becoming a Millionaire Metal Detecting, which, you know, I'm behind on the clad count. I need over $100 this month. Let's go get it. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. All right, Abe, 25. Coin pollution must end. Actually, no, don't end it. Key to New York's Jonathan Mejia from the Detecting Zone. I got another one for you. Hi, George. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. Gimme. Number 2 for Jonathan. Nickel. Dime. Dime. Severed zipper. Nickel. Penny. Another dime. That's a quarter. Quarter. Penny. I think if I try, I could get 10 bucks today. And a day like that will get me back on track for the clad amount, $1,000 by the end of the year. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. Gimme. Quarter. Dime. Quarter. That's a quarter. Gimme. This is where we're at in clad so far. All right, we're over 5 bucks now. Another dime. Nickel. Dime. That's a quarter. Gimme. Madman Cladman is back. That's a quarter. Penny. Gimme. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. Gimme. Nickel. That's a quarter. Gimme. Nickel. Dime. Gimme. Another dime. Quarter. 50. Just my 2 cents, but this was still a coin throw. Gimme. All right, clad check. Let's see what we got. All right, we got $8.40 there and a bunch of pennies. So we got to keep going. Penny. Dime. Penny. Gimme. It's a quarter. It's a nickel. It's an earring. Nickel. That's a quarter. Synchronized penny. Back in the wedge, got a surf penny. I'll take that. That's a dime. Another dime. That's going to count. All right, this is where we're at. Let's see what it equates to. All right, we got $9.50 plus a bunch of pennies. So 50 more cents, and that'll get us to 10. All right, $10. Let's keep going. Quarter. Gimme. So I just bought a new detector. I bought the XP Deus, and I'm looking. Here we go. To make that investment back really quick. And you know what's available? Tons of clad. So I ended that day with $14.51.
The correct choices will present themselves as long as I keep swinging. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of research, but the research that you need to do with the metal detector is to be out there in the field. And when you have a question, you go back, you look at the book. That's what I'm trying to do. Now that I have my Equinox back, I know that cuts into the time for the Deus, as it has for the Amphibio, and I have both now. But I want to be able to be thorough, and I plan to use all of those detectors, even the Amphibio, moving forwards. So it's a good problem to have. Let's put it that way. Anyway, join the fun club, and you never know what you're going to dig in New York. We got great beaches, we have great parks, lots of history, and we are going to unearth it here. And we're going to try to acquire all of the best tools, and we want to see which ones are the best. And obviously, I know I didn't give the Deus a fair shot. I will use it more, and we will keep learning. Anyway, thanks for watching, and many more videos coming.